Hi, welcome to episode 29 of Relax and Chat. Got a great show for you today. Got a fantastic guest. Today we have Carl Bluesy, and he has a bunch of short stories published in all kinds of places, and he's written a novel, and it's called The Desire and the Damned. And that's pretty cool. He's got a full novel written. In addition to that, he has a short story in RDG Books Press Horror Anthology Volume 1. It's Dark in Their Minds. And the story he has in there is freaking awesome. It's called Trapped with a Killer. And it's a fantastic story. I love the interaction between the two men, between their conversation and then each one's private thoughts. They're all interwoven so well, like a Hitchcock style. And it's freaking awesome. Carl, fantastic work on that. Freaking love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl Bluesy, how you doing today, sir?
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. So I got to ask you, what inspired Trapped with a Killer?
When I was younger, I used to live in an apartment building and I would get trapped in the elevator with a bunch of strangers. And it was just always so dull. And so during those few minutes, I would just try to come up with those stories for the people I was trapped with and make the scenario a little bit more interesting.
It's a fantastic story. And like I said, I love the interweaving of, each guy's, they're having kind of a normal conversation in the elevator. And at the same time, there's so much more going on that's not said. And I
A
love that. I
lot,
love that aspect. I'm sorry.
a lot more is going on with what's not being said than what is being said.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And like I said, it reminded me of Hitchcock, which I consider to be a great compliment to you. It's fantastic. So I got to ask you, you've written both a novel and a bunch of short stories. What do you find to be more fun? What do you have fun with while you're writing them? Do you like the novels better or the short stories?
Find like more immediately in the moment. Short stories are funner because it's just a spark of passion. You can just get out an hour or two, depending on how long it is. Where novels a lot more taxing on you. It's not, it's just fun in the moment, but once you get that finished product, it's just so rewarding. There's nothing quite like that.
Yeah, yeah, because it does. It takes a lot of work to put a novel together. Uh, but a lot of people don't realize that, especially novelists, that a short story can be pretty tough to write. It's got the limitation of the word count. You've got to watch the pacing really carefully. What do you find to be the most difficult part of writing a short story?
Most difficult apart, I think it's just mostly finding the time. Because those novels, they take up so much time that it's hard to find that time to really set aside to have fun with something smaller. Yeah, it's more condensed. You gotta get 3 acts worth of stuff done, and like 3,000 words doesn't give you a lot of room. Every word counts so much.
Yeah.
But once I have the idea and I can get the time set aside, that's the hard part. Then I can just really focus and just get lost in the story, and then edit and it gets done when it gets done.
Yeah. I actually say that a whole lot to a whole lot of writers. We tend to give ourselves self-imposed deadlines, and then of course some publishers give you a hard deadline. But really, a story gets done when it's done. If you rush, you're going to make a mess. And
Exactly.
I always say that you don't want to rush your work. You want to let it flow. And whether that be a novel or a short story, it's got to flow. Do you find it difficult in a short story to kind of keep the pace going, do the plot? That's vital to a short story, but you also have to give the characters character. They've got to, they can't be cardboard. Do you find it hard to make your characters come alive like they did in Trapped with a Killer? They're very well written characters.
For the longest time, I did have a hard time with that. With this particular story, I had a real hard time in the early time. But I rewrote this one so much. By the time I got to the final rewrite of it, I knew the characters so well, I knew the story so well that it really flew off the pages that last round. And it was very quick editing after that, just because I walked that street. I rolled that elevator about 100 times. Wrote those words, wrote those names of that dialogue of different ways. I knew the story inside and out, backwards.
Yeah, Yeah, we look at our stories so many times. Yeah, but it is fun. It's sort of a really hard job that's a whole lot of fun. And I think once you become a writer, I think it'd be very hard to stop. Do you think you could just stop writing, or you think, no, I'll do this the rest of my life?
Going into a deep depression if I ever stopped.
Yeah, yeah. So just to move along with the video, wanted to ask, what are you working on now? Do you have any works in progress at the moment?
Yeah, I'm working on another standalone novel. This one I just sent off to some friends, some alpha readers to take a look at to get the suggestions. And
Mhm.
so while I'm waiting to do the edits on that one, I'm going to be starting the sequel to the book that.
Okay, you cut out a little bit there, but you're working on a sequel?
Yeah, I got two books on the go. Standalone that's being looked at some friends right now, and I'm working on the sequel to book one. I'm just getting the early stages of that.
Oh, cool. Two novels at the same time?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
friend. I work on the other, send it back, reverse, and then the next one I look at that one, back and
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can relate. So, is there anything you'd like to add for our audience? You can share anything you like. Any thoughts on writing that you want to talk about? And you don't have to. I don't mean to put you on the spot. Just giving you an opportunity to voice whatever you like.
I just say to the people who are listening that are new to writing, like don't give up. Even if you're not proud of your work and you don't think it's not that great, just keep at it. Rewrite. You can always rewrite it. You can always try harder. I struggle with. I'm dyslexic, so I struggle with writing for the longest time. And if I can do it, really anyone can do it. So like, keep it fun and just keep going.
I do want to make sure that the audience has the means of being able to contact you and say hello. I'm sure they're going to want to. If you would, I will have links in the description to your book and to our anthology and stuff like that. But I'd also like to have, like maybe your website, whatever social sites you're on, so that people can reach out to you. And on some of the sites, they can't see the descriptions. So if you don't mind, maybe list off some of the ways that the audience could contact you.
I think the best ones would be on my handles on Instagram and TikTok. Those ones that's where the audience is. So that's where am, and
Uh-huh.
then I have my website. It's just my name. That's easy enough. You can always reach me there. Just newsletter, sign up to keep up to date and what it is I'm doing while I'm doing it. And
Uh-huh.
that's the best ways to get a hold of me on those resources.
Mhm. Well, I tell you what, we've covered the bases pretty quickly. I guess we'll go ahead and call it here in a moment. So stick with me for a minute. We'll talk a little more. I'm just going to speak to the audience. Audience, I hope that you have enjoyed meeting Carl Bluesy. He's a fantastic writer. His story and It's Dark in Their Minds. It is really something special. It's a great story. I've mentioned it earlier. It really puts you in a mind of a scary, creepy Hitchcock tale. And, much more modern, got some real power in it. It's a great story. And keep an eye on Carl Bluesy. There's a lot of great things to come in his future. Obviously, he's about 25 years younger than I am, so he's got a nice long career ahead of him. Uh, so I hope you enjoyed this little episode of Relax and Chat, and I certainly hope I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.
You guys, awesome.